You wake up in the morning and you feel it, or rather you feel nothing at all. It is not sadness, nor is it anger, nor is it depression. It is a hollow aching silence in the center of your chest that refuses to go away. You go through the motions of your day like a ghost haunting your own life. You smile when you are supposed to smile, and you laugh when the group laughs. But behind your eyes there is a dead zone where no light enters. You look at your friends, your job, and your achievements, and you think, is this it? Is this all there is to life? Society tells you that this feeling is wrong and that you are mentally ill. They tell you to go to therapy, to take medication, or to distract yourself with Netflix and food. But what if I told you that they are lying to you? What if I told you that this feeling of emptiness is not a malfunction, but a signal? It is your operating system trying to reboot because the current version of you has expired. In this video, we are going to dissect the psychology of the void. We are going to move beyond the cheap advice of think positive and look at the dark truth. We are going to explore the neuroscience of why you feel empty, and more importantly, how to use this emptiness to build a life that actually matters. If you are watching this feeling numb feeling, like a shell of a person, listen closely. You are not broken, you are being prepared. The first thing you must understand is the concept of dopamine depletion and hedonic adaptation. We live in a world that is designed to overstimulate you every single second. Every scroll, every notification, and every sugar rush is a spike of dopamine that hits your brain. Your brain has been bombarded with so much cheap pleasure that it has become numb. When you flood your receptors with noise, eventually they stop responding to save themselves. That emptiness you feel is actually a withdrawal symptom from the drug of distraction. Your soul is not dead. It is just deafened by the noise of modern life. You are trying to find meaning in a world that only offers distraction, and your brain has finally had enough. It has pulled the plug on your emotions to force you to stop consuming and start living. The second cause of emptiness is what Carl Jung called the persona trap. The persona is the mask we wear to fit into society and be accepted by the herd. For years you have been building this mask, becoming the good student or the perfect employee. You polished the mask until it shone brighter than your actual face. But in the process of building the mask, you forgot the person underneath it. That emptiness is the distance between who you are pretending to be and who you actually are. The mask is heavy, and your soul is tired of carrying it around. When you feel empty, it is because the mask has fallen off, and you are terrified. For the first time in years, you are staring at your own naked face in the mirror. This is terrifying, but it is also the beginning of absolute freedom. The third realization is that emptiness is actually space. Imagine a room that is filled with old, broken furniture where you cannot move. To build something beautiful, you must first clear out the junk to make room. That feeling of emptiness is the clearing process initiated by your psyche. The universe has stripped away your old desires, your old illusions, and your old attachments. It has created a vacuum that is waiting to be filled with truth. Most people panic when they feel this vacuum and rush to fill it with noise. They try to fill it with alcohol, with bad relationships, or with mindless entertainment. This is a mistake, because do not rush to fill the void. Sit in it, and understand that the void is not your enemy. It is the womb of creation. Everything in the universe comes from nothingness, and you are currently in the 0-point state. This is the state where you get to decide who you want to become next. You are not stuck. You are simply a blank canvas waiting for paint. Now let us talk about the existential vacuum, a term coined by Viktor Frankl. Frankl survived the concentration camps and realized that the people who survived were not the strongest physically. They were the ones who had meaning and a reason to suffer. The modern world has solved your survival needs, giving you food, shelter, and safety, but you have no struggle, and you have no great war to fight. Humans are not designed for comfort. We are designed for conquest and growth. That emptiness is your warrior spirit dying of boredom and begging for a challenge. You feel empty because you are playing a game that is too easy for you. You need to increase the difficulty level of your life and take responsibility for something huge. The fifth element is the difference between loneliness and solitude. When you feel empty, you often feel isolated, even in a crowded room full of friends. This is because you are engaging in transactional relationships where no real connection exists. You are talking to people, but you are not connecting with them on a soul level. The cure for this is not more. The cure is more truth. You need to start speaking your actual thoughts, not the thoughts you think people want to hear. When you speak the truth, you polarize people, and the fake ones will leave. But the ones who stay will connect with the real you, destroying the emptiness. So what is the protocol for navigating the void and coming out stronger? Step 1 is the dopamine detox, where you must cut the noise immediately. Stop the mindless scrolling, stop the junk food, and let your dopamine receptors reset. You will feel bored and you will feel agile, but you must endure it to clean the filter. Step 2 is the honesty hour, where you sit alone with a notebook. Ask yourself the brutal questions about who you are pretending to be and what part of your life is a lie. Write down the answers, because the truth is the only thing that can fill the void. Step 3 is to pick a voluntary burden that scares you. Find something difficult to do, like starting a business or mastering a new skill. When you are pushing against resistance, you do not feel empty. You feel focused. Step 4 is to serve something other than your ego, because emptiness often comes from self-obsession. The moment you focus on helping someone else, the prison door of the ego opens. Service kills the ego, and when the ego dies, the emptiness turns into fulfillment. Step 5 is to embrace the season of winter in your life. In nature, there is a season for harvest and a season for hibernation where everything looks dead. But deep underground, the roots are growing stronger, preparing for the spring. You are in your winter, so do not try to force the flowers to bloom in the snow. Accept the quiet and accept the stillness, knowing that growth is happening in the dark. The emptiness you feel is not the end of your story. It is the intermission. It is the silence before the crescendo, the pause before the beat drops. Do not run from it. Turn around and face it. Stare into the abyss until the abyss blinks first. You are capable of filling that space with a power that you cannot yet imagine. But you have to stop being afraid of the dark, because the dark is where the stars are born. So if you are ready to stop feeling numb and start feeling powerful, if you are ready to turn your void into a vision that changes the world, subscribe to this channel, because we are building a community of the awake. We do not offer comfort, we offer truth. Welcome to the void. Now let's fill it.